So guys, please introduce yourselves and where you're from.
We go first?
Sure. I'm Clint Latta. I'm the Director of the Compliant Group, consisting of Compliant Customs, Compliant Trade Consultancy and Compliant Business Processing.
I'm Shane DePrill. I'm the founder and one of the directors of OrangeLime Consulting. We are CargoWise partners and we have operations around the US, Europe and New Zealand and Australia.
Now, Clint and Shane, you're both the founders of the Care Factor Charity Ball that we're all celebrating and talking about. So tell us what inspired you both to create Care Factor?
Clint and I have known each other for a long time, and it was over a lunch one day, which Clint just reminded me of the venue. I got it wrong. It was Steerson's Steakhouse, as he said. And really just sitting down over lunch and commenting how enjoyable life is, how fortunate we are that have happy and healthy children, and about wanting to be able to give back and talking about some of those less fortunate in our community. And I think it was just a little bit of a brain explosion. Let's start a charity night.
I think we really just shared that the same appreciation for the amount of privilege we have just day in and day out, and especially looking at our own kids and
definitely
understanding how much privilege they have. And certainly in one of our businesses, we operate in a country where we see people every day that simply because they're born in a different location don't have the privilege we have. So it's fantastic for us to be able to give back, and that was the beginning of Care Factor.
So how long ago was that? How many years has it been now?
I think it's probably about 2016. And probably took a long time to get off the ground. I think finding the name for it took us the longest.
It did.
And a lot of blood, sweat and tears from not just ourselves but people behind the scenes to put it together. And we just hoped on a wing and a prayer that the industry would take it up and attend, and they did. Yeah, first one I think was just under 200 people.
Well, you mentioned the industry. I think the greatest thing about our industry is it is a people industry. And as you pointed out, everyone deals with people on a day-to-day basis, and it really is the opportunity that you guys have created to not only create some wonderful support for worthy causes, but to bring the industry together for a Christmas in July, to make it fun, celebrate the whole sector, and do it for a worthy cause. So, one by one, tell us what the thing you love most about the night.
Look, I think it's a combination of all of those things. I think just the fact that we can bring the whole industry together, but at the same time, for us, to be personally invested and want to give back, and to be able to do all of these things, and I think the byproduct being
Great
we're going to leave
outcome
the
for
world
charities.
a little bit better place than what it would otherwise be. So, that's it for me.
Yeah, I think along the same lines, the opportunity to connect with people that you might not get to see day to day in an informal setting, but also do really good for worthwhile causes. I think with the, when we joined forces with the FTA and Next Leap Training Solutions, by extending our reach and making it a bigger event, it just got bigger and better. We're able to support additional charities and go forward stronger.
Well, you mentioned charities, guys. One of the toughest parts, I'm sure, is to choose which charities to support each year. Tell us about this year and why these two are so important.
For me personally, and going back to 2016 when Clint and I first started talking about it, our children who are of similar ages were obviously younger. And, my greatest fear is, my children or other children suffering through bullying or depression or things that don't allow them to, communicate and share their feelings. And Dolly's Dream came to mind, and we're supporting Dolly's Dream this year, thankfully. So that was sort of my agenda. But when you start looking at those charities, and Clint's really good at doing this, there's so many good ones out there. Like, how do you decide? We have a committee that sits there and decides. But I think just being able to support things that are personal to you is important as well.
Yeah, and I think just being able to help kids. There are so many worthwhile charities, like Shane said, and in the perfect world, we'd be helping everyone, but children in particular, and I guess that was part of, for us, that initial motivation. I think just getting in at that early age and helping kids that might not have the same opportunity or privilege, and hopefully creating a better life in years to come for children in particular is just something we're passionate about.
Definitely.
And that process of selecting which charity is getting more and more, difficult every year. So this year took us about 1 month, I think, to select based on the shortlist we came up with, and we finally got there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, each year it gets bigger and better. You've got a wonderful MC, a great band. Tell us about those.
Yeah, I think, you know, a lot of themes were tossed around in the early days, whether, you know, casino night and different options and different styles. We definitely settled on the Christmas in July theme, but we have a committee who does a lot of work behind the scenes in deciding, you know, who's the MC, who's the band. Definitely, we like to bring out familiar faces. Obviously, we had Jeffrey Dolan in the second year, and then we had Wayne Pearce last year. I'm sure everybody in New South Wales at least knows who Wayne Pearce is.
Yeah.
But
I think on the night, if you were there, that the feeling on the night having Wayne MC was absolutely fantastic. You know, at one point in time, I know I looked around the room and there wasn't a dry eye in the house, so it was just authentic. We were contributing and sharing something really special. And then the band Oz Icons, and to be honest, I didn't know at the time that Wayne was going to be involved as well. So to have Mike Whitney and Wayne up on stage and to look around the dance floor and see everyone up dancing and having a great time, it was fantastic.
Yeah, that was good.
Wonderful. So, you know, one of the things that is really evident is the passion and the real joy that you both have, not just for each other and supporting each other, but also creating a legacy, which you've already done. So most people aspire to do that as part of their career path. You know, congratulations to you both. You've actually created a legacy now that is generating fantastic results and continues to grow year on year. You know, what are you most looking forward to about this year's event?
For me, it's just bigger and better. More people become aware of it. Like I said, we joined forces with FTA and Next Leap, and I think that extended reach just makes it bigger and better. I'm looking forward to, you know, raising more money for charity. Each year we've raised more than the previous, and just again that connection, that social vibe that comes with it, and you know, maybe being able to hit other states in the future. I don't know if I give anything away there, but
and I think every year that goes by, we learn a little bit more. In particular, from last year, you know, the lessons we take away. Make this year bigger and better again. And so I guess for this year, for me to look back and know that we're going to take away lessons again, and next year will be even bigger and better.
Maybe Clint will let me do the.
Fantastic.
You might let me do the opening speech for once. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe that
we'll
can
see
be
how we go.
I should try and get everyone involved. So,
Never say never.
exactly.
Yeah, it's on the cards.
We can do a whole Australia-wide rotation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Be good fun.
Great. Well, congratulations to you both again, and
you.
You know, looking forward to a fantastic night and really showcasing the wonderful work you and the teams and the committees are all putting together for the fantastic causes that you selected this year.
Thanks
Look
very
forward
much.
to it.
Absolutely. Cheers.